diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Humphries. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. To throw, it's Simpson. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Finds his man. It's Brown. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him! Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The quick out. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
From the gun, give on the inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give on the inside. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Russell. Throwing right. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He lets it fly. Makes a grab on the shot. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. A little release to the back. Runs through the tackle. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Frazier. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. Third in California to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it. They get the big pick.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Big, tall receiver. Figured the quarterback has an easy target. Not this time. Missed it badly.
And a lot of those big guys, they don't necessarily, some of them do, some of them are freak shows, but a lot of those big guys don't run great all the time, and you want to get physical and disrupt those routes and disrupt that timing. You can tell the timing was a little bit off on that one.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The give to the left. Across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to the ground. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far.
7-0.
First play of the period, first down here. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the catch, it's Branch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. They're working that left side. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll test the right side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the tailback. There he goes.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Horton. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
With the catch, it's Horton. There he goes to the right. He's at the top. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Army. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the back. It's complete. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration. Great.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He fires a bullet to the right. It's caught. Oh, out of space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Branch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything that...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Going for it all. Snags it on the right. It's a seam wide open. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Across the 40 outbound at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Back to throw, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Williams. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run. And you've seen over the years, they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies. Like, so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. They'll try the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
To the air, it's Russell. Caught over the middle, it's Edwards. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive points.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in the position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 4 over Iowa State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes that Alabama offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Let's see what they've got on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Looking to the big tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Quarterback may change this route. Lost to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football game.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the ground with the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Horton. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to continue to feature this guy?
Looking to throw, it's Russell. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Humphreys. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 13 over Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Look out, he's got room. Spins away. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get budget. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Creates a little room. It's a running room. Touchdown, Alabama! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they did tack on the extra point. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking for space. It's Frazier. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running it to the right. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Handoff from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more, so they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That Alabama offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Horton. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they can continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown time!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Humphries. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Simpson. He's got his man across the middle. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Branch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better.
Oh, he's got some space. This defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Working the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Dogs enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Simpson. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Dead center perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And no chance at a return here, they'll start. drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pulls it in on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stands in, takes the hit. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.